Today's workout is all about high-intensity interval training using your suspension training system. Let's get started with your warm-up exercise. Starting the superset with a single arm row. So very important to start with your legs nice and wide so you've got ample support there. And then it's just a matter of keeping your shoulders nice and square, extending your arm out, and then when you pull in, you're pulling with your elbows tucked by your side and just trying to get your hand all the way to your ribs. So we want full range of movement. For set one, we're going to do one side, and then for set two, we're going to switch and do the other arm. Before we get into our floor exercise, which is going to be some rollovers or half rollovers if you like. Now I've got my arms up to create a guide, and I've also got my shoulder blades and head lifted in order to protect my back. And then it's a matter of trying to keep your legs as straight as you can keep them when you throw those rollovers up, and returning slow and controlled in order to protect your back. Your heel doesn't touch the ground at any point until the end of the set. Your turn to try the superset. exercise 1 of this superset is a side bend, or an obliques tilt if you like. So starting with my feet together, knees are remaining nice and straight, my hands are remaining above my head so there's no swinging of the arms. And then it's just a matter of dropping out until you're getting that oblique stretch and then squeezing your obliques to get yourself back into that standing position. Now we're going to do a set of this on either side, and then we're going to go into our floor exercise, which is some ankle taps or some lying obliques tilts. So this superset really emphasizes working your obliques. With this particular exercise, I'm just making sure that my lower back is pinned against the ground. There's not much of an upward lift at all. It's more a side tilt or a side crunch, if you like, until my hand reaches my ankle. Your turn to try this superset. Exercise 1 of this superset is a plyometric squat. So you can see I jump up and I jump backwards in order to keep my distance from my anchor point and keep my arms extended throughout. And then when I jump and land, I keep working my way down, and my only stop is at the bottom of the squat. So there's nothing at the top. So I want to try and avoid any jolting to the knees. Feet are nice and parallel and they're at shoulder width so that I'm comfortable both in my knees and my hips as well. The second exercise is some basic abs crunches. So you can see that I'm using my hands behind my head for support. You're welcome to do it that way if you like, but when you're supporting your neck, it's very important to keep your elbows pointing out, and I want you to look straight up so that we're not yanking at our neck and there's no encouragement of bad form. Now you want to make sure that your lower back is pinned against the floor the whole time throughout this exercise. Your turn to try this superset. grandfather clock is a suspended plank that swings from left to right. Now these are controlled swings, and we're really keeping that core engagement throughout this set. Now you can see I'm on the ball of the foot and I'm controlling by tweaking my obliques and squeezing my abs in order to keep the right range of movement. Now make sure you don't dip your hips for this one, and make sure you're protecting your back. For the second exercise, we're running on the spot with high knees. So you can see I'm running on the spot, keeping my weight on the ball of my feet and just really lifting my knees, trying to keep my weight light, but I'm burning as many calories as I can as well. Let's get you guys to have a go at this one. Starting this superset with a twister. So hands are glued together, elbows are soft straight, legs are nice and wide so that they're supporting underneath you. Now, if you go too narrow with your feet for this one, that you might actually lose your feet. They might slip from underneath you. So make sure you stay nice and heavy and you stay nice and wide for these ones. Then it's just a matter of drawing a semicircle around you with soft straight arms. So you can see I'm creating that semicircle motion from one side all the way through to the other side. For the cardio exercise, we're going to get into our fighting stance and just throw some knee strikes. So you can see I've got a little bounce going as I work my way back, and then I squeeze, I throw that knee strike in. Really use your hips to try and maximize distance as far as your knee strike goes, and just stay nice and light on your feet. Your turn to try this superset. Exercise 1 of this superset is abs rollout. So starting on the ball of your foot with a nice straight body, we're going to allow our arms to roll all the way until we've got a straight line from our ankle all the way to our hands, thereby really engaging your abs. Now you've got to make sure that you don't dip your hips. Particular emphasis on protecting your back for this exercise. Now you can see a steady rollout, but you're also seeing a steady negative return as well. For the second exercise, we're going to work some gentle burpees. These are like traditional burpees, except that we're stepping into them rather than jumping into them. And there's also no jump at the end either. So we're keeping the joint impact off our knees. We're burning all the calories without any of the risk in this exercise. Your turn to try the superset. Starting this one with a suspended glutes bridge. So you can see I'm starting with that inverted position, but my shoulders are lifted off the ground. So pretty much the only support that I've got is through my feet, which are at shoulder width. Now we're going to lift up slowly and really maximize on that glutes bridge. You can see I'm looking back to assist with extra elevation and then just returning nice and slow. Your arms are remaining soft straight the whole time, so there's no rowing action whatsoever. To complement this exercise, we're going to work some X crunches. So it's basically a crunch with your hand aiming for your opposite knee. So I really want to try and reach my opposite knee with the palm of my hand and thereby getting that twist. Really cutting across the abs and working into the intercostals as well. Nice steady control and maximum range of movement without lifting your lower back off the ground. Your turn to try this combination.
Let's go.
The first exercise in this superset is some angel wings. So starting in an abs rollout with your arms extended and straight body line, we're going to bring our arms down into a crucifix position and then hold our position for a split second before working our way back into the abs rollout. You can see controlled movement in both directions and the arms are staying soft straight throughout the set. For the second exercise, we're working some push-ups and throwing some alternating knee strikes down the middle as well. So knee with your left, push up again, knee with your right, and so on. Again, making sure we're keeping that nice straight core line. And you can see nice deep push-ups. Now, if you have trouble doing push-ups, you can do this one off your knees, and then you elevate back up into the prone position in order to throw the knee strike. Your turn to try this combination.